Do you see this snow? It's not even November yet. We're getting snow in October. What the heck? Okay, let's get under this structure. Okay, so today I'm obviously in the snow. What a surprise. And I'm going to be taking photos with my phone. This is the iPhone like 11 mini, I think. But I'm going to be taking pictures of this today and editing them in the phone with the iPhone pre-editing software. Just to show you guys that you can take good photos with your phone and edit them in your phone without having to use an expensive camera. So I'm trying to find like 4 or 5 good photos and then we'll sit down and edit them. Let's see. The woods for sure is definitely one. I think the creek also could be a really good one. The park I could also maybe make work, but we'll kind of see. I might go to a different location as well. I'm not quite sure yet. But let's just hop right into it. Let's go to the woods first and see what photos we can get there on the iPhone. Yeah, let's get into the woods. I do like the creek though, because the creek's not frozen over and it's not really snowed over either. There's some rocks on it that have some snow on them, but I think we can get a pretty cool photo here. Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm thinking get low to the ground with my phone and shoot that way. Maybe that way too, just because there's some leaves in the water that could look cool. I do like this tree as well. Anyways, let's get this photo. I'm trying to think where the heck to set the camera. Okay, so I got the river shots I wanted. I'm thinking go to the park. I don't know, maybe that'll be it. I actually do see one little pine tree that might work really well because it has this like bigger pine behind it. This is the bigger pine. Small pine tree right there. Have the bigger pine in the background, could look really cool. Alright, got all the photos. I have made the decision to not go anywhere else. I just got them all here. Hello there, this is future Brendan. I am back in the office as you can see. I did record this editing part yesterday, but my phone recorder did not work, so I'm having to re-edit it on this computer. But it's the same concept on a computer as it is on a phone. The only difference is computer's a bigger screen, phone's a smaller screen. So it's still as easy as on a phone. You can still do everything on a phone as you can on this computer. One, it's gonna look better on this computer just because it is a full screen. You're gonna have a much better view of it than you would from the phone recorder anyways. You're gonna click the photos. This is the photo I chose yesterday that I edited, but it didn't work and record, so we're re-editing it. Come up to the top right and hit edit, and now we're in the editor. And on the phone, it's actually on the bottom. It's a little scroll thing that comes up on the bottom, so it doesn't look exactly like this, and you don't have these like options like that you can see. Like you can kind of see like a preview almost. You don't get those in the phone. That's one of the advantages of editing it on a computer. And the computer, you can actually you have curve options, so you can actually add curves, like contrast curves and whatnot. So there are advantages to editing on a computer in this app, but it's pretty much the same thing it is on your phone. I would be doing it on my phone, but my phone recorder is again not working, so we're gonna have to screw that and go with this. So diving into it, we will bring this up. Exposure. This says light, meaning exposure, how bright or dark your image is. And for whatever reason, I actually like the phone one better because this looks like it's adding contrast and saturation and then taking away both those if you go brighter. So dimmer is adding contrast and saturation, lighter is opposite. So it's like it's editing it for you. For whatever, I don't know why it does that. That's super weird. I mean, you can also hit auto, which will kind of put it where it thinks it should go. And you can, you know, put these away, take them out so it's a little bit more clean. I actually like the faux one better because you can actually manipulate the brightness and the contrast a lot better. So I think I'm gonna go with the darker side on this one. Color, less color, because I don't like the more color look, looks too much like summer. Less color look looks better. Black and white. Yeah, I'm not feeling black and white. We'll keep that original. White balance, that is your orange and cool, and that actually is affected more in this than the phone one. Gets too orange, gets too cold. I'm thinking I'm gonna go a little bit cooler on this one. Curves, this is, you always wanna click in the center and then bring your bottom curve down. That gives you contrast, and up takes away contrast. Bring that down, and then your up curve, it kinda actually does it for you if you don't have it there, but that just kinda is, that's your highlights. So you want a nice S curve when you're editing photos or video, goes both ways. Levels, RGB, you can manipulate. I wouldn't, just because your photo can get really funky if you manipulate that wrong. So I'm just gonna keep that where it's at. And you can change that between RGB, your reds, your greens, your blues, or your luminance. So if I go to reds and I wanna adjust my reds, that's just gonna adjust everything red. It actually doesn't honestly look horrible. Or if I wanna go green, same, just the greens, adjust the blues. If I want to really manipulate the color, which I don't on this photo, leave that be. Definition, that is like your sharpness. How defined your image is, to be said. I'm not gonna touch that either. I don't really like the look that gives. Selective color, that's another, like your hue and saturation. So like, it's picking colors. So if I bring this all the way back, you can see the tree, some of the trees start to turn pink. All the way forward, they start to turn green. So it's selectively coloring selective things that are more into that color. So like the saturation on the trees and the grass. So I'm not gonna touch that either. Noise reduction, that's mainly for if you shot something at night and it has noise in it, you can take that noise out. And if you use it in an image that doesn't have noise, it's gonna soften your image a lot, which is, as you can see in detail here, it softens it if I bring it up. So I'm not gonna touch that because there's no noise in it. Sharpen, I mean, that you can go overboard with sharpening. I might bring it up a little bit just in the intensity, leave it be. And then Vigent, that's just kind of these side black bars, or these corner black bars, or white, but I wouldn't do white on this one because it just blows out the corner. So I'm actually gonna bring that down to black. Radius, you can make it a really concentrated circle, or nothing. If I made a concentrated circle and brought the softness up, actually doesn't look bad if I maybe bring the radius down. That actually looks pretty good. So that's how you edit the photo in here, and then the crop is up here. You hit the crop and you can crop in however you want, grab the corners and crop. Or they have presets on it, so you can do 16:9s, 4:5s, 5:7s, 4:3s, 3:5s, and 3:2s, or original freeform and square. But you can also go to this, which turns it to a horizontal photo without you having to crop in outside of the editor. So if you wanted to use it for like your computer, your laptop screensaver, your computer screensaver, just hit that and you have a horizontal image as opposed to a vertical image. But this one was taken vertical, so I'm gonna keep it vertical. And you can do this, these straighten, vertical. I mean, that really can mess your image up. I'm not gonna touch those personally. And then filters, this just kind of makes your life a little easier if you want to get a quicker edit out of it. You can put certain filters on. You can even choose how strong the filters are. They have full power, 50%, 0%. I don't mind the idea of a filter. I like the dramatic one probably the most because it just kind of adds a little bit more definition to everything. I'm not going to use a filter though, just because I like how this turned out as it is. This is the one I edited on my computer. I'll also throw up the one I edited on my phone. And then I edited the other pictures on my phone as well, which will also be up. You can edit photos really well on your phone, as you can see. So there you have it. That's how you edit your photos on your phone, technically on your phone. I did edit them on the computer, but like on your phone is pretty much the same thing. So that's how you edit them on your phone. If you don't, however, have an Apple computer, if you need to edit them, if you have, say, an Android phone, which I personally don't have, so I don't have this problem, but if you have an Android phone and you're editing on an Apple computer, which very few people do, the only reason I say this is because my friend was trying to do this. He has an Android phone and an Apple laptop, and he couldn't transfer the photos very easily. So if you want to do that, you're gonna probably end up having to buy either an Apple iPhone, or you're gonna have to buy a hard drive with an adapter for your phone and computer. So USB-C adapter, and I'm not sure, I think Android's running USB-C too, so you probably wouldn't need an extra adapter. So what you have to do is you have to go plug it into your phone, transfer the files to the hard drive, and then disconnect the hard drive and connect it to your computer, and then import them from the hard drive. That's probably the easiest way I can think of to do it. I've never had to do it personally, but that's the simplest way I could think of how to do it. Alright, well, that's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.